For our first vocabulary item, we have the kitchen. And for kitchen, we can say this in two ways. The first one is ejade, or simply jade. Jade. So I can say I am going to the kitchen, and I'll say that as meko jade. Meko jade. Another word for kitchen is mukase. Mukase. So if I want to say my mother is cooking in the kitchen, I can say me maame enu aduane wo mukase. Me maame enu aduane wo mukase. Let's go to the second vocabulary item. We have food. And we learned this in the previous lesson. We said food is aduane. 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 And we said the plural of aduane, foods, is nnuane. 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 So I can ask you, what food do you like best? And I'll ask, aduane bɛn na wopɛ paa? Aduane bɛn na wopɛ paa? Let's go to the next one. We have to cook. And again, we learned this in the previous lesson. We said to cook is noa, aduane. But then we said the actual verb is actually noa. But noa is transitive, which means it requires an object. So you would use the noa if you are going to add exactly what it is that you are cooking. Okay, so I gave you the example, me noa bayre, for example. When I say me noa bayre, because I add exactly what it is that I'm cooking, which is bayre, I use just noa. So I don't bring the aduane part. But since it's transitive, if you're not going to tell exactly what it is that you're cooking, so if you are just going to say, for example, I'm cooking, then you need to add the dummy aduane, which we have learned as food. So you would say, me noa aduane, I'm cooking, okay? Me noa aduane. Keep in mind that this noa can also mean to boil. So if I want to say I am boiling water, for example, I will say me noa nsuo. Me noa nsuo. And talking about nsuo, the next vocabulary item is water, and that is nsuo. Nsuo. So I can say when I'm done eating, I drink water. Me didi wie a, me nom nsuo. Me didi wie a, me nom nsuo. Now we said water is nsuo. Now we can have hot water, and hot water is nsuohye. 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 You see the she in there? So we have the phrasal verb yeshe. Yeshe. And that means to be hot. Okay, to be hot. So I can say nsuo na ehye. Nsuo na ehye, the water is hot. So it's from that we get nsuohye, hot water. Okay, nsuohye. So I can say there's hot water in the pot. Nsuohye wo ehina no mu. Nsuohye wo ehina no mu. Cold water is nsuonwunu. 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 Again, the nyunu at the end is cold. Okay, cold. So I can say nsuo na enyunu. Nsuo na enyunu. The water is cold. So if I don't like cold water, I can say mempe nsuonwunu. Mempe nsuonwunu. The food seller, so someone who sells food, is aduanewura. 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 This wura means owner. Okay, owner, someone who owns something. But that is what we attach to various items to say someone who sells those items. So if someone sells shoes, for example, I'll say mpaboewura. Someone sells food, aduanewura. Someone sells waakye, I'll say waakyewura. Someone sells akan, orange, I'll say ankanwura. Okay, so anyone who sells anything, just attach wura to the item that the person sells, and you have a person who sells that. So if I want to say the food seller is cheerful, I'll say aduanewura no enimte. Aduanewura no enimte. If I want to say the water seller is beautiful, I'll say nsuowura no ho ofe. Nsuowura no ho ofe. Okay, Nsura no ho fe. Let's go to the verb to buy. To buy is to. 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 So if I want to say I am going to buy food, I will say mekoto aduane. Mekoto aduane. Let's go to the verb to eat. Now, to eat has two forms in Chi. The transitive form and the intransitive form. The transitive form is di and the intransitive form is didi. Now, when we say a verb is transitive, it means it requires an object for it to be complete. Okay? So, like to cook, Onua, right? So, if you are going to add exactly what it is that you eat or you are going to eat, then you need to choose the transitive form, which is di. So if I want to say I will eat fufu, for example, because I'm adding exactly what it is that I will eat, which is fufu, I need to choose the transitive form, which is di. So I'll say medi fufu, medi fufu. But if I'm not going to add exactly what it is that I will eat, then I need to choose the intransitive form, which is didi. So if I want to ask you, have you eaten, for example, I'll ask, where did di? Where did di? So we have learned that the verb to eat has two forms. We have the transitive form, which is di, and the intransitive form, which is didi. But those are just for regular foods, and sometimes even fruits. But if you are talking about meat, then you don't use any of those two. You use this one, which is re, okay, re, which literally means to chew. So if you want to say I eat meat, you would say mere nam, mere nam. If I want to say you eat meat too much, I would say ore nam dodo, ore nam dodo. Let's go to the next one. We have eating place or dining place or restaurant. And that is edidibia. 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 So we just learned didi as the intransitive form of the verb to eat, right? And we have bia from biaye, and biaye is a place. So edidibia is a place where we eat, okay? Eating place, dining place, or a restaurant. So if I want to say sometimes we go out to eat in a restaurant, I'll say etoda ye pie kodidi wo edidibia. Etoda ye pie kodidi wo edidibia. Let's go to the next one. We have to drink, and to drink is nom. 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 So if I want to say I am going to drink water, I would say me konom nsuo. Me konom nsuo. If I want to ask you, do you drink, as in do you drink alcohol, I would ask, wonom nsa. Wonom nsa. You can answer that in the comment section. So if you do drink, you would say ane menom nsa. Ane menom nsa. But if you don't drink, you can say debi menom nsa. Debi menom nsa. To the next one, we have to swallow, and to swallow is mene. 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 So if I want to tell you swallow the food, I'll say mene aduane no. Mene aduane no. To the next one, we have soup, and soup is nkwan. 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 So we have different, soups. We have abenkwan. We learned that abe is palm fruit. So if you use palm fruit for soup, you get abenkwan, palm soup, okay? Palm soup. So we have abenkwan, we have nkatenkwan. We learned again in a previous lesson that peanuts or groundnut is nkatie. So we have nkatenkwan, groundnut soup. So we have nkwan as soup. So if I want to say the soup is delicious, I'll say nkwan na de. Nkwan na de, okay? Nkwan na de. But if the soup is not delicious, I'll say nkwan no nyede. Nkwan no nyede. Let's go to the next one. We have stew, and that is froye. Froye. Froye or abomu. 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 And while we are able to use these interchangeably, abomu is mainly for the freshly ground one in the earthenware bowl. So when you grind pepper with tomato or garden eggs, and then you pour oil in it and then you eat it directly without, frying it, we mainly use abomu for that, okay? But you can use these interchangeably. So if I want to say I like yam and stew, I would say mepe bayire ne froye. Mepe bayire ne froye, or mepe bayire ne abomu. Mepe bayire ne abomu. Earlier we learned that to cook is noa or noa ediane, right? Now that was to cook. But if you just want to say to make or to prepare food, you would say ye ediane. Ye ediane. Again, the ediane part is the dummy food that you add if you are not going to add exactly what it is that you are preparing. Okay? So if you are just saying I'm preparing food, then you say me ye ediane. Okay? Me ye ediane. I'm preparing food or I'm making food. But if you are going to add exactly what you are preparing, so let's say you are preparing groundnut soup, then you say mekyea nkatenkwine. Mekyea nkatenkwine. To fry is che. 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 So if you want to say ama fries yam, you would say ama che bayire. Ama che bayire. If you want to say I am frying an egg, you would say mekyea kosua. Mekyea kosua. To bake bread is topano. Topano, okay? Topano. So as you can tell, the verb in itself is the to part, right? The to. But pano we learned in a previous lesson as bread. So depending on what it is that you are baking, you would replace the pano with that. So let's say you are baking cake. You would have to keiki, okay? To keiki. Keiki is the borrowed form in chi. So if I want to say akosua bakes bread, I will say akosua topano. Akosua topano, okay? If I want to say I am baking a cake, I would say me to keiki. Me to keiki. Now we bake in an oven. Oven in chi is fono. Fono. Fono, and take note of the spelling. If you follow the spelling, it's actually fonono, right? Fonono, but we say this as fono, okay? Fono. So if I want to say Martha is baking bread in the oven, I would say Martha topano wo fono no. Martha topano wo fono no. To roast is toton. 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 So if I want to say we roasted corn in the farm, we know from our last lesson that corn is a brew, right? A brew. So I would say ye toton a brew wo a foom. Ye toton a brew wo a foom. So we have a fool as a farm. Now the next one is ho. And for this one, I'm starting with a chi because I didn't know the English for this until this morning. So I had to look it up. So we have ho, which in English is to singe. I don't know if you know this already. I'm sure you do. To singe. So when you singe something, you heat it up, you heat the surface area slightly, right? So the chi verb ho, we use this mainly for, animals. When we put an animal like a goat on fire, not with the intention to roast it to a point where it's ready to be eaten, no. But you put it on the fire in order to heat it up to, for the fur to go off, right? So it gets it ready to be cut into pieces for onward cooking, okay? So when I looked it up, it says the verb is to singe. I'm sure you know that already. The next one is to set a table. So when you set the dining table, we say topono. 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 Now, this is the same verb that we use for to throw a party. Okay, so when you throw a party, that too is topono. So if I want to say he sets a table for me before my enemies, which is something that Christians say, I would say Ɔto me pono wɔ m'atamfo anim. Ɔto me pono wɔ m'atamfo anim. To the next one, we have eating table. And eating table is didi pono. Didi pono. Didi pono. So we have didi, which is the intransitive form of the verb to eat, right? And we have pono from epono. And epono or pono is a table, okay? A table, so general table. We have didi pono as eating table. So if I want to say I'm unable to eat on an eating table, I would say mintumi nidi wo didi pono so. Mintumi nidi wo didi pono so. The next one is to be ready. And by this, I mean when, the food is cooked, so it's ready. So let's say you are cooking yam. The yam will start out being hard, and then it cooks to a point where it's soft and it's ready for you to eat, right? So at that point, you would say, oh, when you say the food is ready, it means the food is cooked, right? So that's the verb in Twi is bene. Bene. But mostly we use the short version, which is beng. Beng. So let's say I'm hungry and you are cooking. And I want to ask you, is the food ready? I'll ask, Ediane na beng. Ediane na beng. And if it's ready, you say, Ane, ediane na beng. Okay? Ane, ediane na beng. But if it's not ready, so if it's not cooked yet, so let's say it's still cooking, but it's not up to the level where you can eat it, then you'd say, Devi, ediane no meneye. Devi, ediane no meneye. Let's go to the next one. We have spoon, and that is atre. Atre, okay? Atre. So if I want to say I don't want a spoon, I'll use my hand to eat. I would say mempatre, mede mensa bedi. Mempe atre, mede mensa bedi. Okay? Now, this is, your regular spoon. But if you're talking about teaspoon, so the small spoon, then you have atre ketwa. Atre ketwa, and if you took our lesson on the adjectives, you know ketwa is small, right? Small. So atre ketwa is small spoon, all right? So if I want to say Amma used the teaspoon to drink the medicine or to take the medicine, then I would say Amma de atre ketwa no nom eduro no. Amma de atre ketwa no nom eduro no. But let's say it's a big spoon. If you have a big spoon, you just replace the ketwa with kesie, right? Again, from the lesson on the adjectives, you know big is kesie. So we have atre kesie, okay? Atre kesie. But beyond this, we have the ladle, which is the big one that we use to serve soups. And that is kwantre. Kwantre. So the kwine in front is from kwine, which we learned earlier as soup, right? So the tre here is from atre, which is spoon. So when you say kwantre, literally you are saying soup spoon, right? Soup spoon, kwantre. So if I want to say we don't use a ladle to eat, I would say yemfa kwantre innidi. Yemfa kwantre innidi. The next one is a silver bowl. Well, a metallic bowl. So it can be any kind of metal, so it can be silver, it can be aluminium, anything, right? We have that as chensing. 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 So if I want to say, bring your silver bowl or bring your metal bowl for your food, I would say, fawo chensing beji weduane. Fawo chensing beji weduane. The next one is the grinding pot. So the earthenware bowl. And this is the traditional, pot that we use to grind stuff. So pepper, ginger, and all that. I'll put a picture of that here. So we use this to grind pepper, to grind anything, right? And when you see a Ghanaian use this, it doesn't mean the person doesn't have a blender at home. But somehow the taste that you get from grinding pepper from this bowl is on a different level. It tastes better than you having blended it in a blender. We call that ayowa. Ayowa. ayoa. The verb to grind, for example, pepper, is chi. 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 So if I want to say my sister is grinding pepper, I would say me nuabaa no chi mako. Me nuabaa no chi mako. Another way of saying this to grind is yam. Yam, but we also use this as to blend or to mill. Okay? So if I want to say she blended it finely, I would say oyam no fiko fiko. Oyam no fiko fiko. So fiko fiko is fine, right? Finely. So oyam no fiko fiko. If I want to say I am going to mill corn, I would say me koyam ebru. Me koyam ebru. To mash is poto. Poto, okay? Poto. So if I want to say Ama is mashing tomato, I would say Ama poto intosi. Ama poto intosi, okay? Now from this poto, we have apotoyoa. And apotoyoa is a mashing earthenware bowl. I told you ayoa is the earthenware bowl, the grinding pot, the traditional one, right? So if you add this poto to the front, you have apotoyoa, and that is the grinding earthenware bowl. Because while we can use the same earthenware bowl for mashing, for grinding, and also to eat from, we do have, earthenware bowl that are specially made for grinding and for mashing. So for those ones, you find that the inside is more rough, right? So we have those that we use for mashing, for grinding, and then we have those that are not so rough. They are much smoother, and those are meant for eating, right? So if you decide to grind stuff in those, you'll struggle. So if I want to say Amma mashed the tomato in the mashing earthenware bowl, I would say Amma poto ntosi no wo apotoyoa no mu. Amma poto ntosi no wo apotoyoa no mu. The next one is to cut, and that is cha. 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 So if I want to say cut the onion into two, I would say cha jene numu mienu. Cha jene numu mienu. So we learned in the previous lesson that jene is onion, right? And then we have mienu, which is two. So cut the onion into two. We have cha jene numu mienu. Now we have cha as to cut, but we can double that. We can reduplicate that. And I've told you that in Chi, when you reduplicate a verb, you do so to indicate that the action of the verb doesn't happen once. It happens like multiple times. Okay, so more than once. So to chop, right? So when you're chopping stuff, you do it not once, so multiple times. We would use the reduplicated form of this cha, which is chicha. Chicha, okay? Chicha. So if I want to say chop the onion, I would say chicha jene numu. Chicha jene numu, okay? Chicha jene numu, or simply chicha jene no. Chicha jene no. The next one is to pour. So like when you pour stuff into something, we have that as she. 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 So if I want to say pour water for me, I would say she ensuo mame. She ensuo mame. If I want to say pour water into the cup, I would say she ensuo gu kruwa numu. She ensuo gu kruwa numu. So we have kruwa as a cup, okay? Kruwa. Kruwa. So if I want to say pick the cup for me, I would say fa kruwa no mame. Fa kruwa no mame. The next one is wine. And wine is bobisa. Bobisa, okay? Bobisa. So if you want to say there isn't wine at home, you would say bobisa nifie. Bobisa nifie. The next one is breakfast. And breakfast is anopa aduane. Anopa aduane. So we have anopa as morning. If you took our lesson on the times of day, it's up here. You know anopa is morning, okay? So anopa aduane, morning food, right? Breakfast. So if I want to say I don't joke with my breakfast, I would say Memfa manopa aduane ni agro. Memfa manopa aduane ni agro. Lunch, as in afternoon food, is ewia aduane. Ewia aduane. So again, if you took that lesson on the times of day, then you know afternoon is ewia or ewia bre. So ewia aduane, afternoon food, lunch. So if I want to say I am going to eat my lunch, I would say me kodi mewia aduane. Me kodi mewia aduane. Supper or dinner is enyumre aduane. Enyumre aduane. So again, from that same lesson, we have evening as enyumre. Okay, so enyumre aduane is the food that you eat in the evening. Okay, enyumre aduane. So if I want to ask, have you had your supper? I can ask, where do enyumre aduane? Where do enyumre aduane? A plate is tafraboto. 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 And just like nenchimono, tomato, nobody uses tafraboto. So we mostly resort to the borrowed form, which is prete. 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 So there's a popular saying that goes like, if you are ready for marriage, buy your plate. And that is, waswa waria to prete. Waswa waria to prete. The next one is a fork. Fork is a dinam. A dinam. A dinam, okay? So if I want to say I don't use a fork to eat rice, I would say memfa edinam inni emo. Memfa edinam inni emo. Okay, memfa edinam inni mo. So we said emo or mo is rice from our previous lesson, right? The next one is hunger, and that is ekom. 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 If I want to say I am hungry, I would say ekom deme. Ekom deme. Next, we have thirst, and that is insukom. 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 So the insu part is from insu, which we learned as water, right? And then we have kom from ekom, which is hunger. So insukom literally means water, hunger, right? So we have insukom as thirst. If I want to say I'm thirsty, I would say insukom deme. Insukom deme. To rinse or to wash is hohoro. 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 Okay? So if I want to say wash your hands, I'll say hohoro wonsa. Hohoro wonsa. The dishes, we call that unkuku. 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 So if I want to say go and wash the dishes, I would say kohohoro unkuku onumu. Kohohoro unkuku onumu. But then I can also say go and scrub the dishes. So like if it's like pots and it has stuff stuck underneath, I'll say go and scrub it. And for that, I'll use kochichi unkuku onumu. Kochichi unkuku onumu. So chichi means to scrub. Okay, chichi, to scrub. So kochichi unkuku onumu. Kochichi unkuku onumu. The next one is soap, because we will use soap to hohoro or to chichi, right? So we have soap as semina. Semina. Semina, okay? So if I want to say use the soap to wash your hands, I would say fa semina no hohoro wonsa. Fa semina no hohoro wonsa. To wipe or to clean is popa. 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 So if after washing your hands, I want to tell you, wipe your hands, I would say popa wonsa. Popa wonsa. And we use this same popa when you are wiping your behind. You say popa oto. Popa oto. To peel is sensene. 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 So if I want to say my mother is peeling cocoyam, I would say me maame sensene menken. Me maame sensene menken. If I want to say Amma is peeling orange, I would say amesinsene anka. Amesinsene anka, because we said anka is orange from our previous lesson. To cover, as in to cover up something like utensil or a bowl, right? We say kataso, 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 or buaso, buaso. So if I want to say cover the soup, I would say katankwainoso, katankwainoso. Okay, so since it's a phrasal verb, you put what it is that you are covering in between the kata and the so, or the bua and the so. Now the opposite is to open, so to uncover, and that is bieso, bieso, bieso. So again, it's a phrasal verb, which means whatever it is that you are opening will come between the be and the so. So if I want to say uncover the food, as in, take the lid off, I'll say be aduane no so. Be aduane no so. To heat up. So let's say your food is cold and you want to heat it up. The verb for that is kan she. Kan she. And again, this is a phrasal verb, which means whatever it is that you are heating up must come between this kan and the she. All right? So if I want to tell you, please heat up my food for me, I'd say, me pacho ka meduane no hye mame. Me pacho ka meduane no hye mame. Okay? Me pacho ka meduane no hye mame.